Morgan, thanks so much for your time. All right, let's also welcome in John Rourke. He's the owner of Blue Line Moving, LLC. He's also the leader of the Great American Cleanup and a good friend of mine. And he's been down there on the border and also raising some money for the Valverde County Sheriff's Office in Texas. John, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me on again.
No problem. We wanted to follow up with you. You told us about this trip a couple months ago. You went down there, and now you went back down. First of all, tell us what you saw, what you've seen down there at the border.
To be completely honest with you, it's total insanity. I wouldn't even call it a border anymore at this point. It's pretty much just an open country, one country to the other. They have freedom of movement like I've never seen, as you can see in the video you're showing right now. Those are the people that are just basically coming and going back and forth into Acuna, Mexico, because they're sleeping currently being held in Del Rio, Texas, under the overpass, the bridge into Mexico. There's about 1,200 people underneath that bridge right now. And basically, they don't have enough food or water to pass out. They basically have like 64-gallon Gatorade containers. And that's where the people are getting their water from. So what they're doing is they're going back into Mexico to buy supplies, to buy food, to buy drinks, to buy whatever they need. So that's where they cross right there where you were looking. And so they just go back and forth.
And that's the video that you took, John. You're standing on the Texas side of the Rio Grande River. That spillway leads over to the other side. You know, folks might wonder, you know, they're coming and going across the border right there. They're buying stuff in Mexico, bringing it back to the United States, where they're being held, I guess, underneath this overpass by Customs and Border Protection. We see those guys with a case that looks like Coca-Cola. Where are they getting the money for this stuff?
So from what we were told by some of them, one of my friends that was with me on this trip, another veteran friend of mine, he speaks Spanish. They were told that there's a store on the other side of the border there where basically there's an account where they can just get whatever they want that's funded by these people. They don't know who it is, but they basically can just go back and forth and grab what they need at no cost to them.
Unbelievable. Let's talk about the Great American Cleanup. I think we have some video of that. You guys have been down there because a lot of these migrants leave their trash in their wake, and some of these communities have been just destroyed. We're seeing some pictures of you with the Valverde County Sheriff's Office. You donated $10,000 for them.
We did.
You know, what was it like, John, to see, you know, the Valverde County Sheriff's Office struggling with this problem? We just talked about how the state of Texas is going to spend $1 billion on a border wall. Normally the federal government would step in and do this, but these local communities have basically been left to fend for themselves.
They really have, and I mean, it's completely overrun. There you're seeing Joe Frank Martinez, the sheriff, great guy, some of the deputies there in those pictures. They're overrun. Their budgets are blown. They're having to spend so much money on overtime hours and stuff for the border. They're not policing their communities like they should. I heard about this, and I just wanted to see what I can do to help. So we were able to raise $10,000 and presented that check to the sheriff there, and he's going to use it to upgrade their equipment, bulletproof vests, maybe their gun range, just different things to help them train and help them stay safer out there. The border is completely wide open. Thousands of people are pouring into Del Rio basically daily. And the hospitals are overrun. Everything is overrun in this city. And the amount of trash that was there, we're talking thousands of pounds of garbage. If you see in some of the videos, you can see it's, you know, a lot of it's clothing, and it's scattered all throughout. And then we have other videos from the Rio where we actually were cleaning up trash on our first day there. And then we had to help people climb out of the Rio Grande who were screaming for our help, please, coming from Venezuela. It was just an unbelievable.
I watched your videos over the weekend. You saw people from Haiti, from Venezuela, from Mexico, all over, really.
From Ghana, from Ghana, from Senegal, from Nicaragua. The vast majority, though, honestly, are from Haiti and from Venezuela. Mm-hmm. And the people from Venezuela are just fed up with Maduro, and they were willing to risk it all. I saw a gentleman who said, I don't even know if I can say this, he watched his kids get raped and killed in front of him, and then he was forced at gunpoint to keep walking away from them when he crossed the border, and he was coming from Cuba. I'm a little choked up, honestly.
I saw that.
Talking about it,
John. You have it on your Facebook page.
And it's really tragic what is going on, and we're talking about newborn babies, breastfeeding babies, We bought a bunch of toys and candy and just passed the stuff out to these people, and it was hard.
Well,
it was really hard to see little babies, man.
It's hard for me, John, to see you like this, knowing you and knowing that I've never seen you like this before. I've known you a lot of years. The need is great down there on the border. I mean, these kids, you feel for them, but this is the result of this moral hazard created by a wide open border. The cartels are getting richer. The scene down there is awful. You know, the law enforcement, local law enforcement, you know, they're getting help from folks like you. The mission never stops for guys like you, John. You're also an Army veteran. We appreciate everything you do. Great to talk to you, and we'll have you back.
Thanks, John.
Not going away anytime, John.
I appreciate it.
That's my good friend John Rourke there, who just got back from the U.S.-Mexico border in Texas, and you saw what he saw down there. Still a disaster. All right, coming up, new video of al-Qaeda's leader surfaces on 9/11. Why does he feel so